bring this meeting to order. Hadley Conservation Commission, August 12th, 2025, 6:30 p.m. We're going to start with article number 2, the request for a certificate of compliance, number 170-268. That's going to be for 237 Russell Street, the Town Place Suites. And who do we have here to speak to that?
Yeah, Kishore Parmar, one of the owners of the property. So, the project was completed. So we're at that stage. Kayla came out, looked at the site. The only item that should be completed is the stones regarding the 35-foot buffer of the wetlands, the no disturb zone. And other than that, most of it was completed. We did reduce a couple of plantings from the planting plans, which were noted from Berkshire Design Group. But other than that, there was no major significant changes to anything.
Yeah, the only thing was the propane tank, which we approved administratively. And I think a lot of the plantings are also outside of the buffer zone or wetland areas. So that's not really within our jurisdiction. And then there was a change with the stormwater chambers, but it has the same,
The calcs,
capacity.
yeah,
Capacities?
yeah, the calcs are the same. It's just a different system.
Different size.
Yeah.
Yes, the style rather. Okay.
Yeah.
And you went out there?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, what else has to be done to complete it?
So now we just need certificate of compliance.
No, you
Oh, the
you
markers.
say that you got
Oh,
the things that's not done yet, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
the marker stones for the, disturb 35-foot buffer.
And it sounds like you put them in. this
Yeah,
week.
we bought them this week and we put them in. Yeah.
So as part
Oh,
of
so
the.
they are they in or they're not?
They're
installed.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Better.
It
That's
was
easy.
one of the conditions in the order where they had to put like permanent monumentation at the limit of the
Yeah, to
35
keep
foot.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Do we
So-
need to go there and look at that or?
I mean, I already looked at it. It looks good.
I
Yeah,
can send
there's-
pictures this week. if you-
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need a motion to issue a complete certificate of compliance.
Make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance for 237 Russell Street. Second.
And then, hold on, I'm just taking a look at the order and seeing if we want any, perpetual conditions.
What do you have in there now?
What?
What do we have in there now?
So one of the ones that we usually include is the snow storage one.
Mhm.
So condition 25 is that storage shall be outside of the 100-foot buffer zone. And then it just says, condition 27 says applicant/owner has confirmed that they will remove trash within the buffer zone and wetland regularly. Those are the only ones that are like past construction. And also removal and control of invasive plants is allowed with prior notice to the Conservation Commission. I think those 3 we can include in the certificate of compliance so that if you want to do any invasive work, you can let us know.
Yeah.
And then the snow storage, I'm sure there's a snow storage plan on the engineering plans.
Yeah.
Outside of the 100-foot.
Do we have any provisions set for like salt? I know we did it on a couple projects on Route 9 when it came to.
That would be, it would have to be in the order. Cause we can only take conditions from the order
Okay,
in their certificate of compliance. It's
Right.
basically just carrying them over.
Right.
Got it.
I don't see anything on the salt here. Oh, and then, let's see. Okay. Applicant and any future property owner shall follow the operation and maintenance plan for stormwater management. So we'll do stormwater management, snow storage, trash removal, and invasive plants, those 4 conditions. That sound good? Okay.
Yep. So we have a motion and a second made.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
All set?
And I will send that to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Unless you want to.
I can come again.
Okay.
Just let me know when it's ready to see. me.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
hold on to it then.
okay. All right, thank you. Bill.
Great.
All right, take
Have a
care.
good night.
You too.
All right, so now we're gonna bounce back to item number 1, notice of intent, number 170-3303. That's gonna be for 347 Russell Street, the 7 Brew. Look here to say Seven Horses Energy LLC seeks to construct a drive-through coffee shop on Russell Street within the riverfront area of a perennial stream. That you?
That's me.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
I'm Raj Kumar at 147 High Ridge Drive, Tallinn, Connecticut. So just from last time, I know we discussed very briefly that, the commission really just wanted to see a plan that kind of worked with folks in Springfield. And, just kind of present a solution that kind of works across Hadley Commission and that as well. So I know Jeff is on. I'll let him speak in a second about his discussion and sort of what he found, as well as a riverfront alternatives analysis. But before I hand it over to him, just wanted to say that one of the options we found is that in sites that are controlled by the Army Corps of Engineers in Massachusetts, they do mitigation credits for things like this. This is obviously not an Army Corps of Engineers site, so it falls under the jurisdiction of the commission. And what they do is they basically make a calculation, based on with the length of the river, if there's any wetland areas, all those things, and Jeff can probably get into that more, but essentially you buy mitigation credits and then you apply them towards that. So one of the things we looked at is, okay, can we take that same solution and apply it here? And spoke to Kestrel Land Trust, and they mentioned they'd be open to doing something like that. So we use a calculation similar to that. Think of a credit, earmark those credits as basically monetary value, and apply it to a Hadley specific project in a riverfront area. And they were very much open to that, as long as the commission was also, if that's something that worked for them. So that was a proposed solution. Solution that I went through last time. So that's kind of what I wanted to present here. They're open to doing it. And then I'll also let Jeff kind of speak about the kind of brief discussion he had and the alternative analysis as well.
Sure. Great. Thanks. And I apologize. I've got a very short window tonight because I've got to be in Granby for another meeting tonight. So just run you through sort of what our involvement has been and what, what we provided to the commission. But yeah, as you know, this entire site, and I can share a screen if that is helpful. Let's see here. This is the 100-foot boundary. This is roughly the 200-foot. So the entire site, and it's just this small parcel, which is, I think only about 17,000 square feet, is entirely within riverfront. It's bounded by Jiffy Lube, Russell Street, and then the Mall Access Drive on the south side. The alternatives analysis, just as required by 310 CMR, essentially is required to look at site design alternatives that would seek to lessen the amount of impacts within riverfront area. And so really the summary of this says that for this small project, as it is, it's a 525 square foot building footprint with required drive-through lanes for this use, parking required by Hadley zoning, that there's really, there are very few, if any, alternatives that would lessen the impacts to riverfront area. There's really no project that can happen on the site without some disturbance. And this complies with the regulation in that, all that work has got to be toward the riverfront area boundary, and not closer to then closer to the river. And so essentially that's, it's a very quick alternatives analysis, but that's what that pretty much summarizes. The complication with us in terms of permitting was trying to find a site that offered an opportunity for some mitigation or restoration as required. And as Manraj just pointed out, this Kestrel Land Trust Bank that he referred to seems to offer an alternative. And so it seems like there may be a path forward if the commission can agree on whatever that equal square footage or dollar amount is to conservation or mitigation area. Open to any other questions, but just, yeah, thought I'd highlight those couple of facts.
So the only entrance is off of Russell Street?
Not up Russell Street, from within the mall.
Right.
Okay,
Right, this is right adjacent to the Jiffy Lube site, coming in. Coming in off that existing access road that goes around the mall now, which is down here.
okay,
So this comes in off the parking lot, makes use of that. There's an existing parking area there now where that the Jiffy Lube doesn't use. I can get up a page, but in this area here with the building, there's some existing parking that's being converted to drive lanes. So, effectively converting that impervious area, utilizing that space to create, the drive-through lanes, small dumpster access, but really trying to minimize the site work. And there aren't many other uses for this site that I could see viable other than an ATM that could work that would result in less impact. And so, that's sort of the summary of the alternatives analysis and sort of where things stand. And really it's I think mostly up to you folks as to whether this is a viable solution going forward and we can work something out or not.
Where's the existing pavement you said Jiffy Lube is using for parking?
So this is the property line for the most part right here along that edge. So this area and here just to the west of the Jiffy Lube.
Oh, and would that be used for the coffee shop?
So that's being right. So there's some easement agreement. I'm not sure what all those agreements are, but that, they don't need all that parking space. And so part of that is being utilized for this drive-through lane.
Gotcha. And do you have the number for the mitigation? Like what, do you know the total square footage that you would need if you were to do just 2-to-1 mitigation?
I don't at my fingertips, but I could certainly get that to you.
Okay, yeah, because the main question now is they need to do 2-to-1 mitigation offsite. There's nowhere on site where they could do the mitigation. So it's what the commission is willing to accept as 2-to-1 mitigation. And, Marcus said 25, what was that? 25,000. Is that 25,000 square? I'm assuming that's the 2 times the square footage that's being altered.
Yes, good evening. For the record, Marcus Puttick, Godfrey Hoffman Hodge, civil engineer. And yes, the area that this site, that is being proposed to as improvements within the riverfront is essentially 15,417, getting granular, square feet. And I could, if I can share a map, we could go through this a little bit easier. I sort of highlighted some of that if I can share.
Yes, let me get off of this. And I apologize, I may have to jump off quickly because I got to get to my other meeting, but I'm happy to answer any other questions and I'll continue to listen in, so.
Okay.
Okay. So I prepared this. So the green line is the 200-foot riverfront area. There's about 3,590-ish square feet in this like horizontal hatch. That is existing improved area that is going to remain as it is. So no disturbance to that area from what is existing. And then we have the dotted area here is proposed improvements within the riverfront. So there's some impervious improvement and some pervious improvement. We do have some remaining land that I suppose we could replant or improve the planting and remove any invasives. that area is about 4,400 square feet. And there's a small area down at the toe of the slope where we could create a small wetland replication area. So sort of totaling that up, you have, that's where I came up with the 25,064. So it was the difference of the two and then doubled. So just to explain how I came up with that 25,064 square feet.
Are these new plans?
This is a plan I have not provided to the commission. It is, I've been working diligently to try and get sort of squared away, and yes, I certainly can submit this to you tomorrow and bring you paper copies, no problem.
Okay. I don't need a paper copy yet, but a digital copy would be great.
Okay.
So already this is kind of a smaller impact than the original plans, because I remember the original plans was something like 37,000 square feet of mitigation needed.
I guess it depends, like, does the existing area that's already paved require mitigation?
No.
I sort of took it as no, it does not.
No.
So I was really going on the area that we are improving completely, less some of the areas that we can improve as far as mitigation and restoration of wetland and upland areas adjacent to the river. So we certainly could do some planting to improve the condition of that buffer, and we could do some wetland replication. So I subtracted those two out and then essentially multiplied my remaining number by 2. That's how I get to the 25.
I guess for the wetland replication, I mean, is that area is not disturbed though, right?
It's not disturbed by us. No, it
Like currently, that area is just, it's vegetation, right?
it's vegetation. Yes. Yes. Not sure of the quality of the vegetation. Upon my visit, there was a lot of, scrub and the quality of the vegetation throughout the site was rather poor. And we probably could, there are some invasives that are apparent. I didn't take an inventory of what invasives or how many, which we certainly could do.
Okay.
Part of the problem is we also don't own this area, like this corner of the lot was, which is part of the DOT, the Commonwealth of Mass DOT. So we, some of what we can do near the river is limited by that also.
And are these plans that you're showing here, are they up to date as far as 2025 showing the limits of the wetlands and everything like that? I mean, I see you noted that, we've got some mapping provided by Hadley Conservation. I don't recall.
I believe, yeah, because I remember, so DOT had to do a wetland replication area there, and I think that's what's mapped. Because they completed that.
That's in that box though? Isn't that in that boxed area there? Or is that further over by the wing wall?
It's next to the wing wall. The wing wall's here.
Okay, all right.
And the replicated the existing replicated wetland is here in this outlined blue.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's off our site.
Oh, no, I was just, I for some reason, I thought it was hunched in that corner there, in that boxed area for some, I don't know why I thought that. I was out there before they started construction, meeting with the state,
Okay.
so it was a little while. But okay.
I think that's something we should definitely put eyes on. As far as the site visit.
I'd like to see, yeah, for
Cause
sure.
I understand where it is, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff there.
I think also right now, the main question, like, we know that this is all riverfront and it's pretty vegetated.
Yeah,
What are we gonna accept as mitigation? There's only a limited amount that they could do on the site,
and then where we put the rest.
and then where does the rest
Yeah.
go?
Right. And I think that's
That's the
a big
question.
thing.
Yeah, so the idea with the Kestrel fund is that I guess I don't know how it would work on their end, so it'd be helpful to talk to them directly, but they would basically create a fund that's earmarked for a project in Hadley within a riverfront area.
Mhm.
Whether it be like a conservation restriction or restoration or something, I'm not sure exactly what they would do.
But would they accept this under our recommendation if we decide to take this vegetation out and mitigate it somewhere else? Is that something that is up to them or is that up to us?
That's the question, is how much control then are we gonna have over what
Right.
project they use the money for?
right.
Yeah, I mean, they did say we could earmark it how the commission wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, we've never done something like
Yeah.
that before. so-
Right, that's right. There's a lot of questions there, like whether they'd even accept
And
this in
that'll
the
be,
first place.
that would be approved through DEP, through Mark?
I mean, I think it would be good to have him, run this idea by him.
It's just because it's such a new idea that we
Yeah.
haven't seen yet, and it's
Marcus, have you been in contact with Mark?
I think
about
it's
the construction?
Jeff.
Jeff,
Yeah.
probably was, okay.
Yeah, Jeff has, yeah.
He kind of, I mean, I guess he dropped out, but he, in the little discussion or little feedback that I got was that he basically said whatever is okay with the commission is okay with them, so.
Okay, all right.
I think it's something we should think about. I think, we would need to probably, if we accept this as mitigation, we would need to come up with some sort of like agreement with Kestrel. For what type of project the money will go towards, and also when is it gonna happen? Like, if they don't have any projects now, how do we know we're gonna have a project within the next 10 years?
Mhm.
And Hadley that they're interested in pursuing?
And what kind of projects would they?
They do a lot of like conservation restrictions. I don't know how much restoration they do, but they're a land trust, so they do, they just like protect land.
Right, okay. Okay, I don't think I would have an objection to that.
no, but I definitely think it would be handy to pay a visit to the actual site itself
I'd like to see it.
in person, just to see
Yeah.
where everything's gonna kind of land there, because it's not a big project, but you're trying to squeeze a lot into a little space.
Right, right. I mean, even if it's a, 500 square foot building, it's still everything else that's going on.
Right, because it's not, you're not just dropping a building on it, you're gonna be bringing grades up and moving stuff around and whatnot, and
Right.
so, I mean, there's definitely, it's small, but there's a lot to it, and it's just a tricky little spot there.
And and you've got enough room for, all your, stormwater management, drainage, mitigation, all that business? You've
Yes,
got enough room on site? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're making the whole place impervious, so I'm just trying to think what else we're dealing with here.
So I think it would be helpful to have Jeff at a site visit if he's available for one. So do you think we should follow up afterwards, or do you want to schedule something now, and then if he's available, then he could join?
Yeah, we can schedule something now.
I can make myself available also.
When is good for the commission?
Whatever you guys want, come up with a date, we can try to figure it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm available anytime next week.
Next,
Um,
any time of day.
Any time of day, any day next week. I'm on vacation, so just let me know.
you'll be around though?
I will be around.
Okay.
What kind of vacation is that?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You kidding? It's
Going
that's
checking out Route 9.
I'll do it. I can do it anytime.
Yeah, that's fine, as long as we have a day set and a time.
Date.
Let's Wednesday morning, the 20th?
Oh, I'm busy. Kidding. Yeah, okay.
Wednesday
Yeah.
the 20th, you got a time?
Marcus or Monroe, do you want to pick a time?
9 AM.
That sounds good. So maybe we'll meet in the Jiffy Lube parking lot.
Okay,
Is that the easiest? That's probably the easiest way to access it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And then, who have you been in contact with at Kestrel? Could we loop them into the conversation?
Yes,
as well?
absolutely. They're very willing, I'll tell you what this.
okay.
Lee.
Oh.
Lee
I know.
Halasaz, Halasc.
Can you,
I can send an
Put it
email.
in emails,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
okay. Any other questions or thoughts before we'll continue it to, I mean, we can continue it to September, but we don't have a September meeting date yet. Should we-
We will have one,
We are,
We
gonna-
will have,
yeah,
so we can get a hold of them if everything goes smoothly with the visit and go from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And we'll just
So let's-
continue this then.
well, let's just continue it to our September meeting. And
Yeah.
then we'll figure out what.
I think that's the best thing,
Yeah,
just because like I said, there's a lot of moving parts there for
right.
that to happen, so.
right.
All right, sounds good. I make a motion to, continue this, to our September to be announced meeting
I'll second it.
and.
All those in favor?
Oh.
Aye.
All
All
right,
opposed, none? All right. Yeah, we'll be in touch with you as soon as we'll definitely, on the 20th, 9 AM, we'll go through there, do everything there, then we'll come up with a date once we have a better idea of our schedule and we'll revisit this in September.
and let me just ask Kayla, would it be good for us maybe to contact Mark Stinson and find out where his
Yeah.
head is, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up with him and find out what conversation happened between him and Jeff.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll let you know.
And just
I
see what-
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Ask
this
him,
is gonna-
just add it to the list of
it's
questions.
It's gonna need his blessing.
I know.
You know, ultimately.
No matter what, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
So-
you're gonna stick around for another 15,
know.
we're about to decide on the next meeting, right? The meeting date in September?
I mean, we have one more thing to go through for Westgate Center.
Let's
I got
figure
time.
out the meeting
Yeah.
date first.
We can do that.
Yeah, both people are here. Okay, so since they're having a special town meeting for the override on September 9th, I believe, which is our next scheduled date, we have to change our meeting. I have a few alternative options. We could do that Wednesday, the day after. Or we can do either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of the next week.
Want to keep it on a Tuesday?
up to you guys, whatever you wanna do.
It really doesn't matter to me.
Tuesday the 16th, you want to do that?
Sure,
Keep it the same?
yeah.
Okay.
let's do
So
that.
we'll do the third week of September,
What's the date?
September 16th.
At 6:30 PM.
Ooh, that's actually my anniversary.
That's your anniversary?
Yeah, hold on a
Oh.
minute.
We could do the 23rd, week after.
If you want to get them that one in the next meeting that close, that's up to you guys. I don't care.
That's fine. with
I
me.
mean, I don't
Whatever
care,
you wanna
I don't
do.
care if we go the next day,
Yeah. we can- I-
You want to do Wednesday the
Do,
10th?
do,
Yeah,
do
let's
the
do-
day after,
let's do the
Wednesday.
10th.
Wednesday the 10th, there we
Yeah,
go. So
yeah.
none of us is in trouble. All right.
keeps it close.
So Wednesday,
Sure.
September 10th at 6:30. There we go.
That works.
Oh, wow, that's pretty close to my anniversary. Okay, no, we're good.
All right, cool. So that's that.
Great.
So we're good. Then we can move on to
Yep,
topic
we'll
3.
see you on the 20th.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, item 3 on the agenda, it's gonna be the emergency certification for Westgate Center Drive. I believe that was for beaver dam removal.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was by the Fish and Wildlife Center, and there was a beaver dam that was causing, the water level was rising, about to flood the lot, flood
Yep.
the roadway, entrance, and everything that emergency vehicles use to access the site. So, I issued an emergency certification, and I think they completed all the work almost immediately, and everything looks good.
perfect.
Have to ratify that, so we need a motion to ratify it.
I make a motion to ratify.
Second.
All's in favor?
Right.
Opposed? None? All right, public comment. Do we have anyone here for that? Sweet, moving along. Other business. Change September 9th meeting, which we did, and it's gonna be September 10th, the following Wednesday. Gardner Supply Stormwater Runoff.
I don't have any updates.
Okay, other project updates?
Nope.
Bills?
No bill.
Haven't spent any money. Minutes? I had the last minutes in the email.
July 8th minutes.
Yep. We need a vote on those?
Yep.
All right. Did you read the minutes?
Okay, the minute is written.
We're ready to read them.
I read them thoroughly and completely.
Did you?
Yeah,
So you want to second the motion?
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. July's minutes passes unanimously. Accepted and read by all members present. All right. And the next thing we'll be looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second on the table. All those in favor?
So.
Aye.